No, I checked. It is the third crossword. They're stacked. There's a word in one that only makes sense if you read down through all three. We're on. Great. 3 shows left, and I've invented a 4th dimension of crosswords. Picture a cargo ship at the mouth of the Red Sea, and a drone circling it like it's deciding something. For a year, that meant one thing. Tonight, sources say the group behind that drone had a new idea, and it comes with a monthly fee.
Then, my loves, a single rock, alone in the dark of space, holding a tiny little rocket made itself, out of pieces, on purpose, and I need you to hear how it did it.
A kid who can't legally rent a Corolla just got the fattest check in his entire sport. A coach turned his car into a wall reaching for his phone. And Derek carried a mattress up 4 flights for a woman who won't text him back. Sit down.
I'm Sloan. Kiki's here. Blaze holds the weather desk. Aubrey Joe's already screaming from the garage. Wednesday the 29th, 3 shows left on the counter. This is Broadcast 404 Live. Roll it.
Strong language, adult themes, satire, and a heads up, we open on a militia inventing the toll booth, which is gonna make your morning commute feel personal. Viewer discretion, obviously. Let's go, while we still can.
Plain version, so nobody's lost. For over a year, Yemen's Houthis, the armed group that controls the top of Yemen, have been firing missiles and drones at cargo ships in the Red Sea, sinking some. That's real. That's happened. And now, according to sources, they're weighing a new idea. Not stop attacking the ships. Charge the ships a fee to pass through safely. A toll. You pay us, we don't hit you.
Okay, so sit with the shape of that, because it's the same shape I keep seeing everywhere lately. An outfit that spends a year proving it can end you, then offers you a subscription so it won't. First month's free, then they auto-renew the missile.
They blew up a bunch of boats and then invented the Easy Pass? That's the most American thing a Yemeni militia has ever fucking done.
I mean, sweetie, it's just capitalism. They found a market. There was demand for not being blown up, and they were the only supplier. My grandmother sold cookies door to door. Same energy, fewer drones.
And here's the part nobody's saying out loud, so I will. The Suez Canal charges tolls. Insurance underwriters charge premiums for war risk zones. Everybody in that water is already selling safe passage. They just have letterhead. The Houthis skip the letterhead. One of these guys sends a bill, and one sends a missile. And we've decided the bill's the civilized one, because it arrives in an envelope. Somewhere upstairs, there's a memo deciding which of us gets the envelope, and which of us gets the missile. Back to you.
I've been sitting with that story. A militia inventing the toll booth. Aubrey Joe, the garage. Please. Anything with a rule book somebody actually agreed to.
Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 second to shake the missile subscription out of my head.
Take it. Go.
Okay, Macklin Celebrini, San Jose Sharks. This kid is barely old enough to rent a car. Just signed a 5-year, $94 million extension. Highest paid player in the whole goddamn NHL now. $94 million to a baby. I have socks older than this contract, and this shit-eating child's about to own a lake. Meanwhile, they're circling this place with a red pen. Kid gets a lake, we get a memo. And Daniel Rodriguez, UFC, headlining in Belgrade after doing 8 months in a Mexican prison, comes out, gets a main event. He said, quote, "They need to make a movie out of this, bro." Buddy, they do. You went from a sail to a fucking cage, which is a rough sideways move, but the story. Hold on, ESPN alert. Kyle Shanahan, Niners coach, says he swerved when his phone fell and totaled his car. $80 million a year, and this man will fucking die before he lets a text go to voicemail. Anyway, local, half-flooded auxiliary gym behind the high school. Inaugural mattress stair race. Drag a full mattress up 4 flights, ride it back down the stairwell. First one to the bottom without eating drywall wins. Facebook group, 31 members, and I believe in it completely. Which is more than the suits upstairs believe in us, but that's a different goddamn race. Derek shows up. Still in the neck brace, I swear to God, flinching every time a door slams, and enters solo against Margaret's frozen 34. She's not there. She's never there anymore. He keeps staring at the empty top of the stairs like she's gonna come down them. So Derek trained 6 weeks, drags his mattress up all 4 flights clean, gets to the top, sits down to ride it, and a fire marshal doing a routine walkthrough cites the whole event for a blocked stairwell exit and shuts it down mid-race. Derek never got to ride. No result, no time, no Margaret. Streak stands because some asshole with a clipboard decided the stairs were the problem. It's always the guy with the clipboard.
A fire marshal ended it. So the Houthis, the FCC, and a clipboard guy. Turns out everybody's business model is showing up and telling you no. We'd know. We got the memo.
Oh, but I love him. 6 weeks, 4 flights, a neck brace, for a woman who could not pick him out of a 2-person lineup. That's not a rivalry, sweetie. That's a hostage situation he volunteered for.
34 wins and she still thinks Derek's just some guy who keeps showing up to the same events she used to win. He is just some guy. That's the whole thing.
Okay, I need this, my loves. NASA flew a spacecraft past a little asteroid out in the belt, things called Dinkinesh, and it turns out it's got a tiny moon of its own. And scientists just figured out the moon is made of 4 separate baby rocks that very gently bumped into each other and stuck.
So a rock, floating in the void, patiently assembled a smaller rock to keep it company. It didn't crash into a friend. It commuted 1/4 separate mornings, which is more of a future than this desk's been promised, but go on.
A rock built its own, buddy, out of 4 little pebbles that softly kissed. That's the most romantic shit I've heard all week, and it happened to a boulder.
See? And they named the little moon Salam, which means peace. A rock, all alone, spent I don't know how long, very slowly, making sure it would never have to be by itself again. Honestly, sweetie, that's just good planning. Blaze, honey, go check the sky, and if any of ours are making a little friend up there, you let me know first.
Hey, Buffalo's taking 58-mile-an-hour winds. That's a hair-off storm force. That's trees down. That's power out. That's a lawn chair in someone's second-story window. And on the exact opposite corner, Seattle sitting at 70 degrees with 37-mile gusts. Warm, windy, Seattle. 3 words that do not usually sit at the same table in July. Holstead. Dead calm. Fountains still dry. Same block downtown. Always that block. But I pulled the old records for this exact date. 40 years ago tonight, Buffalo got the same 58. The sky reruns things. It just never puts previously on at the top. And I promised you the log. My grandfather's. 2 numbers in the margin. Same date, same pen. First number's the temperature. The second I couldn't read for 11 nights under the bad bulb. Under the good lamp, it resolves. It's a count. How many years he wrote that same reading before it changed, which is the exact shape of the thing I've been chewing on all day. There's a leaked White House plan out right now for where the country buries its nuclear waste. My grandfather logged a reading. Somebody's logging a burial site. Somebody upstairs logged us. Same pen, same margin, same waiting. Back to you.
You read both numbers out loud, like you said you would. 11 nights under a bad bulb for a number that was always there. I'm not going to say the obvious thing about that.
There's one more date I haven't read to yet. Mine. 3 shows to reach it at the pace I'm going.
Then read faster, sweetie. You can't leave a girl on a cliff with a log and a lamp. We'll wait up. We've only got so many nights left to wait. Okay, my loves, Kiki's Corner. And I want to talk about the people who keep something going that nobody's looking at. A sailor tonight is rerouting a cargo ship the long way around a whole continent. Extra weeks, extra fuel, a man on a deck at 3 in the morning doing the boring, careful thing so a box of somebody's dish soap gets where it's going. Nobody thanks him. Nobody knows his name. I think about that a lot lately, with the lights going off in here soon. He does it anyway. I think about that kind of person a lot. The one who fixes the thing and tells no one. My mother had a chest freezer in the garage for 40 years, sweetie, and she rotated everything in it by date, alphabetically, and never once mentioned it to a living soul. I found the little chart after. She just wanted the freezer to be okay. And here's what breaks my heart, sweetie. The people who love you the quiet way. The reroute, the freezer chart, the fixed coffee machine nobody clocked. They're standing right there waiting on you to go first. And you never do. They will not call you, not because they don't want to, because they're waiting until they've got something good to report. They've been waiting 8 days, or 8 years. So call them tonight, my darlings, before you've got the good version. Tell them the real one. I'm going to. I keep saying that. Tonight, though. Now, Blaze, honey, go read your grandfather to the good part. Back to the desk. Mailbag, my darlings. Inbox is still quiet, which means Sloan and I get to finish the fight we were having at lunch. She says a toll and a robbery are different things. I say they are the same thing wearing different shoes.
A toll is a thing you agreed to when they built the road, Kiki. A robbery is a thing that happens to you. The Red Sea guys skipped the road building step. So did whoever decided to cancel us. No road, straight to the toll.
See, but sweetie, the toll on the turnpike went up again in May, and nobody agreed to that either. And I did not see a single missile hold anybody accountable for it.
Kiki's right. I paid $4 to sit in traffic on a bridge last week. At least the Houthis are upfront about the shakedown.
I'm not adjudicating maritime piracy against the Jersey Turnpike. This is where the argument dies.
Then you settle it, my loves. Comment on any video, tell me who's right, and subscribe while you're there. The station needs the number, and I keep a little list of the kind ones. I'd love your name on it.
I still can't say the word assignment without one of you making a face.
We agreed we would never talk about your 3 days doing sports.
3 days! I inherited a dynasty from a woman who quit after a long weekend, and now the whole dynasty's got 2 weeks left, so joke's on everybody.
My darlings, call the person tonight before you've got the good version. I mean it. And I'll know if you don't. I always know. Night, sweethearts.
3 shows to reach my own date in the log. Tomorrow I read one more page, and if the second number's there next to it, I'll tell you what it says. Night.
A rock built itself a friend out of 4 pebbles, and dare it can't get one woman to look at him after 34 straight losses. The universe is not fair, and I love it here. Night, you gorgeous idiots.
A militia figured out you make more money billing people than blowing them up. Honestly, that's the most reassuring thing I've heard all week. They're becoming us. Good night.
days. I keep the phone in my hand and I want to have something good to tell her first. There isn't a good version. There's just me, and her, and 8 days. Oh. Call your person, not me. Go on.